Okay, welcome back, everybody. Let me just get a screen up and we'll get cracking. Boom, 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 boom. I'm a little bit late, but we just opened. How's everyone in the chat? I see Holy Earth, Eric, Lake, Nils. Who else? Cody, Autumn, Crypto. Everyone is here. Awesome to see you all. Eric, well done. He is up 1,600. Currently up 250. Amazing stuff. Well done, Eric. Well done. Charis, good to see you. Coach Z, good morning, my friend. Woo, how's everyone doing? Okay. So we had a bit of Trump tweeting earlier, caused these big spikes. I'm still generally more bearish on this market for the most part. I don't think it's completely alleviated people's concerns, but let's just have a look at some of the levels. Let me get my cash account up as well so I can trade that when the time comes. Cool. All right, let's have a look. So this is the 15-minute chart. We had a gap here, but this has been traded through so many times, so I'm not really interested in it anymore. There's one down. It's not really a good gap, is it? There's not really many levels. Got a half okay one there. I mean, it's been tested a couple of times, so I'm putting it on the chart. But apart from that, not really seeing much in terms of levels. So it's going to be a scalpy footprint only type trading day. Let's look at the open. A ton of buyers, right? We pushed up, almost broke that high. This one here, and then sellers are taking over again. We'll let the open do its thing where, buyers and sellers battle it out. Let's have a look. Charis is getting ready for a good day trading, hopefully. Let's have a look. Eric has hit 2K. Well done, Eric. Ryan, how are you? We are at previous week low volume node right now. Yes, I believe I did have that at one point marked out. It's not on my chart. Maybe if I do a volume profile like this. There's one. That one kind of matches up with that. There's one there. I don't know. In terms of the nodes, we're trading through a lot. It's such a fundamental market right now in terms of it's all to do with news right now. That's already over. Okay, so hopefully it calms down a bit and we can actually get some trades in. But at this moment in time, this is a bit, do you know what I mean? Oh, look at that. The volume is just whipshawing right now. Up, down, up, down. Charis, do you consider 6395 a gap on volume profile? Since yesterday there is a sharp gap and today we completely pass through, leaving another gap. 6395. Let's have a look. 6395. I'm assuming yes, that absolutely is a gap. Well spotted. I would consider that one a gap. Yeah. If we get back down into that area, I will be potentially looking for maybe a scalp long, but it really depends on the momentum of the sellers. But they haven't been that good today. And on the open, compared to previous days, this looks like the first day the sellers are kind of struggling a bit to get the market down. So it could very well actually be a bit more of a bullish day. But at this moment in time, the way the open looks, I mean, it's just hectic, right? Buyers, sellers are just coming in super aggressively on anywhere within this area. This is anyone's game right now. You could flip a coin at this point. This is anyone's game. Sellers are trapped, buyers are trapped, sellers coming back in. We just got to let it sort itself out before we touch this market. We have to. We just got to let it calm down a bit. This is a little bit too crazy right now. This is the quickest way to blow an account, is to trade a market like this. Because all it will take is just, I mean, even if the sellers push it down a bit, if buyers just come back, we'll go right back up again. And you cannot prepare for when buyers and sellers are both really aggressive. You have no idea when they're about to come in. A bunch of buyers could come in right now and just get this market up. There's no way of ever knowing, And it happens so quick, you're not going to be able to react in time. So this is not a good market to trade at this moment in time. Coach C, technical analysis being replaced with tweet analysis. Exactly. It really has. It really, really has. Trevor, good to see you again. How are you? Ange Trader, sorry, didn't spot you there. Hello to you as well. Ping-ponging between levels. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. Well, let's see. Maybe we can hopefully get a trade. But overall today, although it's been slightly more bullish, if you actually look at, the candles and how it's been moving, it hasn't been moving neatly in really any direction. Apart from this push up we had earlier, in the Asian session, apart from that push up, if you take this out of the equation, right, and just ignore this for a second, all this is just one hell of a battle. Sometimes sellers take over, buyers come back in, sellers come back in, buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers, buyers. It's just absolute filth, And look, buyers, when they decide to come back in, they're pushing it back up again. It's just complete chaos right now. Someone has to be squeezed out, and there has to be there has to be someone giving up, basically. We got these highs here. I can imagine there'll be stops above there and even above here. So I'm just going to draw out all the obvious kind of areas where you expect to see stops or take profits down here as well. And also down here. So just the obvious support and resistance areas, right? Nothing too crazy. And hopefully we get there at some point. Daniel, good to see you. How are you? But usually when it opens like this signifies a range day. But I'm not, if this was a normal market, like normal everyday kind of, there's no war, nothing crazy going on, I would be calling it a range day right now. Because usually when you have this kind of open where the volume is just mental on both sides and it's just going up and down, it doesn't really go anywhere and it just kind of goes sideways for a bit, that usually signifies a range day. Because on the open, no one agrees from the get-go, right? Normally there's some kind of there's some kind of imbalance normally, and either, buyers generally want to take over or sellers want to take over. And, there's going to be a bit of a battle, obviously, but eventually one side gives up and then it just starts moving, right? But when you see these kind of opens where it's kind of a bit crazy, up and down, and you can see both sides are just as adamant as each other. Even if we break through above here, the sellers are just going to come back in. Good chance. It'll just keep ranging. But because we're so... it's a bit frozen. Oh, a bit of a while. But yeah, because it's such a fundamentally driven market, one tweet, one bit of news, and that could spark everything off again. So that's why long-term, I am not making any predictions for long-term. This could go up, this could go down, this could go sideways. Hell, this market could go left. That's how mental this market is. If it starts reversing and going going left, going back in time. It wouldn't surprise me at this point. Hey, we got another Daniel. Daniel Trade Nation. Good to see you. 2 Daniels in the chat. But it looks like sellers might be a bit trapped. They try to come in. I'm expecting to see some kind of, pop in volume soon around these areas to indicate, sellers getting stopped out, something like that. But we haven't really had that yet. So I believe sellers are still in the market. They're not giving up either. Why do scalpers trade regular trading hours? Does this affect the way you draw volume profiles and check gaps, etc.? Honestly, not entirely sure. I think I'm on the electronic trading hours. Yeah. I don't know if that's a thing. If scalpers generally only do regular trading, I really don't know. Charis. Berry, good to see you. It's shooting up. I just think it's such a bearish market overall. I think sellers are going to grab any opportunity to try and get a good price and short this market. Unless we get more, more news surrounding Iran right now that can push this market up. But there are definitely a lot more buyers than there has been. So buyers are becoming a little bit more eager to buy this market now. It's definitely become a bit more, the sentiment is slowly shifting. Look at that, 900. Okay, this is very interesting. This is a large amount of volume right here. That is an unusual amount of volume, truth be told. On one little area, already basically 1,000 contracts. All right, let's see. But we haven't had a pop yet in volume. But that could very well have been actually a big seller clicking exit. Not enjoying being stuck near the high here and decided, you know what, this might not look good. But look, sellers are coming back in. I haven't seen a pop in terms of sellers getting stopped out or anything like that. So strangely, it looks like sellers are still in this market. They have yet to leave. We do have some highs from earlier, I believe. Do we? No, we don't. Well, yeah, actually we do. We've got a high here and we've got a high here. That's that news candle high. So they're still a bit further away. We've just taken out all of those highs except the one really far away. Sellers are definitely using the opportunity to short constantly. What I would like to see is get below that buyer and squeeze that buyer out. Then I'm going short. Potentially. I just want to see if buyers are still willing to get in. Sell pressure is not bad. I'm going to go short real quick. Damn, that gapped very quickly. Okay. And in terms of take profit, I just want to see this buyer get out. Sorry, I had to get in my cash account. I got a shit price on my cash account because it gapped, but it's fine. I'm going to have to manage my cash account a bit better. I actually got a good price on the Ola Prime account. Shit price on the cash account. But it's fine. It's not the end of the world. I really don't like my price, but okay, I'm going to keep an eye on the footprint. I see some buyers come in. If we can get below those buyers quickly, I'll be happy to hold. Otherwise, I'm getting the hell out because we're near that kind of area where buyers were willing to come in. Nah, that's not looking good. Come on. Nah, buyers came back in super quick. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay. We don't want to release these guys here. They haven't been squeezed out. They've been released. Unfortunately, I think that's all it is. Got to get out of this account probably. I'm going to hold Ola Prime actually. I'm going to see if if those sellers are willing to come back in a bit higher up. But that was a lot of buy volume very quickly. almost a little bit too suspicious, the buy volume. It's very hard to track. 2, 6, 3, no, 1, 300, 2, 4, 2, 5. Buyers keep reloading, so I'm going to get out of this. I don't like it. Yeah, unfortunately, that buyer didn't look like they got squeezed out just yet. This is still a bit too choppy. That was just, and this is what I said at the beginning. It's too dangerous at this moment in time because it just gave you no, do you know what I mean? It gave you in this area here, like, yes, we knew buyers were in this area and it's going to get a bit choppy, but the moment they just place an order, boom, one big candle. Do you know what I mean? Very hard to defend yourself against that. So unfortunately, I took a loss on my cash account on that one, but it's fine. We'll make it up. There, I saw a bit of a spike, so potentially some sellers getting out. I'm just gonna get rid of some of these black lines because they're all old. We don't need them anymore. These buyers are still coming in. This is a suspicious amount of buy volume coming in. Look at this. I wouldn't say it's suspicious. To be fair, it's quite in line with what we're seeing, even on the sell side. So, all right, sellers are definitely getting stopped out here now. Finally, sellers are dropping out. So this is the area now I want to kind of keep my eye on. Buyers keep reloading. So this is still bullish for now. Dun, 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 dun. ZT Content, good morning. Mohammed, hello to you as well. I mean, on charts, selecting regular trading hours means that you trade completely based on previous NY session volume profile. And if you check the NY session, open, close to the previous one, usually. So Asia and London are mainly that's in between. I mean, on charts, selecting regular trader hours means that you trade completely based on previous NY session volume profile. I'm honestly not sure, Charis. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. I have never played around with any of the electronic or regular trading hours. I've never played around with it. So I truth be told, I really don't know. It's no conscious decision for me, at least. Sam, good to see you. How are you? These frickin' buyers, aren't they? They are very, very aggressive. I do wonder what happened here. But we're going to try and let the buyers come in. Maybe push this a bit higher. And then we'll wait for the sellers to... You can see the sellers are not really that interested right now. They're waiting for a better price by the looks of it. There's still a smidge of sellers coming in, but nothing spectacular. I think after that candle there, a lot of the sellers are like, nah, not worth it. We're going to wait, which is understandable. News at 10 a.m. Yes, we do have jolts, isn't it? Yeah. So in 10 minutes, we got that. I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. Rarely have I seen it really affect the market. So I'm not too worried. Okay, we've got a big pull up of volume now coming in from the buy side. That volume there, I would say majority was sellers getting, oh, look at that. Huge amount of buying just came. All right, this is news related. I think we saw potentially a bit more insider trading happening. That looks very news-like to me. Let's check financial juice. What was it? That felt a bit I felt a bit sus. Let's have a look. Come on, financial juice. Load. It's always a little bit delayed, annoyingly. All right, we'll give it another few minutes and it will probably update whatever it is. But I felt very news-like, and then a lot of the buyers dropping out, taking profit quickly. So these are a lot of buyers taking profit, right? Or not taking profit, but basically exiting. Come on. Why is financial juice not loading? 249. That was definitely something. That was definitely something. All right, we'll give it another few minutes. We will give it another few minutes. But interesting, that buyer there, they came in super aggressive, pushed the market up. And then if that is news as well, again, you really can't trust the volume on this market. Whenever you see random buying or selling, but it's just in one big chunk, you can almost guarantee at this moment in time it's going to be insider trading. It's very, very still nothing on financial juice, strangely enough. Still nothing. Maybe it wasn't news-based. Maybe it was just a big buyer. Well, if it is a big buyer, and that was a news-based, why? That's the big question then. Why did this person decide to drop a huge order? Anything yet? Sam says Trump slams allies. I think I saw that earlier though in the news. That was what caused the spike a bit earlier. Oh no. That was about oil, about the Strait of Hormuz. But nothing has yet come through. But I know my financial juice is very is slow for some reason. Yeah, nothing's come through. So maybe it wasn't actually news-based. Okay, if that wasn't news-based, then the question is why? Because that was just one order. You saw how it happened. That's why I thought it was news-based, because the way it jumped, right? That's just one big aggressive order. And technically, like I said earlier, whenever you see suspicious buying, we should jump on the position, because time and time again, shall I jump on it? Fuck it, why not? Let's jump on this person's trade. I feel like maybe they are insider trading. They know something. I'm going to jump on their trade. Let's have a look. Let's see if something will get announced any minute now, and then all of a sudden, boom, we get a huge move up. If we can have a stop, below where they entered, right? And let's see if that is insider trading, because I have a hunch if it's not news-based, there will be some news coming out any moment. Give it 10, 15 minutes, however long, because that is suspicious. That is very, very suspicious in my opinion. So let's see. Still nothing. So essentially, I'm not even looking at the order flow, because I don't want to confuse myself in this part. I don't want to even. I'm purely trying to jump on whoever this buyer is and believe that they know something. If I put Berry asks, if I put 100 lots order, it will push the market or not? Probably not. Plus, if it's CFD, unlikely it will. Very unlikely. Even if you put 100 contracts, which is an insane amount, right, for a retail trader in the futures market, it's not really. You'll get like a little kind of beep, little move, but it will. Like 100 contracts just isn't that much. This is the delta alone. Yeah, you wouldn't really move the market. You might, for like 1 second, you might just cause a little blip, maybe a point if you're lucky on a thin market. But in this current market, NY Open, yeah, it's not going to do anything. Not for the most part. We are pretty damn high above the VWAP. Not seeing passive sellers step in, no reason to short anything. Exactly. ES and NQ are related, and ES broke yesterday's high, and NQ is approaching yesterday's high. Liquidity rests there. Interesting. You're betting this is going to blow. I absolutely am, Sam. I am betting it's going to shoot up simply because, as I said, twice now, there's been two suspicious orders. This guy here, I'm assuming it's the same person. This person here, they seem to put in large volume, especially this. And if that's not a news reaction, I am going to think this person knows something. Because again, it's a very weird place to buy, right? Like we didn't take out that high. We're kind of just in the middle of nowhere. It's a very weird place just to place that kind of volume into the market. I mean, like for me, this is really hard to hold because I don't like what I'm seeing, but I'm purely betting this is insider trading. Yeah. I'm just because it was one big order. It was one entity placing the order. It wasn't a collective, right? It wasn't like a, slow collective of people kind of all buying in agreement. It was just one big order placed. I don't like what I'm seeing, but I'm going to have to hope that my hunch is right here, but this person knows something. I haven't done it in my cash account because, I'm just not comfortable blindlessly buying based on one spike of volume. It kind of goes against what I usually, what my trading strategy is, but I'm only doing this because of recent times, because of the amount insider trading we've been seeing. And who knows? Might be right. Anything is possible. Let's put that there. All right, I've entered a really small position on my cash account. Very similar to basically the same entry price. 8.7 I entered on my cash. So a little bit higher there. Only a small position, just to see if I'm right. Or if this person's right, whoever this person is. That's the person I'm betting on. And we do have news in 3 minutes. You're absolutely right. But it's only jolts. I'm not too worried about it. I don't think it's really going to affect the market massively unless it's a huge upset or something like that. But I'm not massively worried about it. So let's see. We do have sellers coming in at the highs, but I'm going to just ignore all the volume I'm seeing. I'm purely hoping any second now something is said. Trump will say something. This is going to shoot up because that definitely wasn't news. That buyer was not buying from a reaction of news. They bought for some reason. It's just suspicious. That's all I'm saying. It's suspicious where it was. This one, not so much. That wasn't too suspicious, this candle here. Because we had a bit of a pullback. We had buyers come in earlier here and kind of hold the line. All right, that kind of makes sense, right? I mean, that's not too suspicious, that one. But that one is suspicious. This person here is highly suspicious in my book. I believe they are insider trading. Let's see if I'm right. So stops should be below that buyer, as if it breaks that level, the trade's invalid. Yeah, I put it a little bit, quite a bit below that person, because I'm assuming if they are insider trading this, even though they probably won't want to be in drawdown, but I doubt they're going to let go of their position. But there's a good chance they'll defend it as well and add more volume. And they did add more volume. They did defend here. So we shall see. This is getting it's getting interesting. Come on, surely Trump is about to say something. Surely. That can't be just a standard speculative trader. It doesn't make any sense. Why would they buy that aggressively for just in a random area? I mean, let me look in the 15-minute. Yeah, I mean, it was just here's where they bought. Just we're not at any kind of obvious place where you normally see a big amount of buyers come in. We didn't even take out the high. I don't know. To me, it's suspicious. Yesterday high is the key level, and NQ is rejecting yesterday's high at the moment after tapping it. So yesterday's high, let's have a look. Yeah, so that's yesterday's high. Yeah, they bought below yesterday's high, which is a little bit odd again. Normally, yes, there are breakout traders. They exist, but they normally wait for the breakout, They wait for some kind of retest, before they build up their orders. No, very rare do you see just before someone placing that kind of volume into the market. And it was done in an instant. That's the difference. It's not even so much the size. I mean, the size does matter, but it was done instantly. It was one individual that placed it. It wasn't like a collective. We could probably see, and you can see how they gapped the market. You see how it's all zeros. They just wiped out every level. They placed their original order probably around here, and they just cleared every single level in the book. Just literally gapped the market up. So it was one individual that placed it. That is what's suspicious about it. They made a very big bet, and I would like to know why. But then there's a lot of sell volume coming in. And this is institutional sell volume. This isn't like, there's a lot of sell volume. So wouldn't other institutions pick up on that and be like, yeah, we know there's so much insider trading. Maybe it's not a good idea to short here. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I've never done this kind of trading before where I'm jumping in on someone else's order. It's one of those things you can spot it in hindsight so easily, but at the time you're looking at it and you're questioning everything. You're like, why are these people selling? What is wrong with them? Surely they've come to the same conclusion. I don't know. Fuck it. No, I'm going to hold. I'm going to give it, when did that happen? That happened 10 minutes. That happened about 15 minutes ago. I'll give it another, 15 minutes. It's either going to stop me out or, if nothing happens in the next 15, 30 minutes, then I'm just going to guess that person was just a bit ballsy. No news is going to come out, and that's it. And that's all it is. It wasn't insider trading. So that's what I'm betting on. I don't know. because everything I'm looking in the order flow in terms of like what I'm seeing here, I don't like this. Do you know what I mean? I really don't like it. Like for me, there's a huge part of me that wants to get out of this market, but like I really don't like what I'm seeing. Like all this volume is scary, and to just hold a trade through it is insane. You know, like look at this, like all those buyers at the top, and then you got heavy sellers below them. Like I want to get out, but I'm going to trust that this person is legit and knows what they're doing. At the end of the day, look, what is my risk on this? It's not a lot, right? $130. I don't care. If I lose, like, who cares? $130 on a 20K account is really not a big deal. So fuck it. We'll let myself get stopped out if it happens. I'm seeing that buyer come back in, so they are serious. They're not getting out of their trade either. They're defending, which is a good sign. They keep adding, so they're not spooked. So that's a good sign for us, right? Since I've jumped on their trade, they're not spooked by this move down. They're actually doubling down. But if I see that buyer get out, yeah, then I'll probably want to get out too. So who knows? We shall see. Where's that buyer? Where are you, boy? Come back. Come back. I mean, they did buy a little bit, but they're buying a little bit. I can see the numbers dropping. All right, they're still in the market. It's okay. Not a lot, but come on, Trump. Oh, something happened here. Oh, that was the jolts. All right, who cares about that? That's fine. That's fine. That's nothing of interest. Yeah. I'm not worried. The buyer's still kind of interested. Maybe not. Oh, see, this is looking so bad for a long. I don't know. I don't like it. Oh, like every part of me wants to get the hell out of this market right now. You have no idea how badly I want to get out. Come on, buyer, where are you? I know you must surely you know something, right? There's a reason you placed that trade. But there's a lot of sellers, and they're trapping these buyers aggressively. Like I would want a short here based on the order flow. I really want a short here based on the order flow, but I'm sticking to my guns. Like I said, it's either going to stop me out. I'm sticking to my guns on this one. I want a big Trump tweet news candle to spike up. Insider, where are you? You must know something, surely. I'm trying to think what I should do with my cash account. I'm only in one contract on my cash account, so it's not that bad. Normally I enter like 3 or 4 contracts, so I'm really weighing up what I should do. Do I trust this person or do I trust my analysis? Because this is looking terrible for a buy. It's not looking too bad, actually. I mean, we do have a big iceberg here. So, but any lower here, that would be a bit worrisome. All right, let's just see if this buyer's willing to keep coming in. But they're not really exiting either. I mean, they could have exited, to be fair, partly. That spike there in volume does look a little bit, like they could have potentially exited. But they put in a lot more volume than that. So I think that's probably other buyers maybe on here. Yeah, who took out that low. Right. That makes sense. That was other buyers getting stopped out, but not the original buyer. The original buyer is still in the market, and it looks like they're adding. So this is good. All right, I'm glad I didn't get out just yet. Because there is positive signs here, but I really need this news to come out, whatever it is. Nothing yet. Come on, Donnie. Say something. Where are you, Donnie? See this buyer come in. So we had, we had that low there created, and then as we got below it, so yeah, that spike in volume is definitely buyers getting stopped out. We can see that, but I believe it's more buyers who came in on this little leg up here got stopped out. The original buyer, which is this candle, I mean, their stop could be here, could be there. Who God knows where their stop is, right? But they're still in the market. I just don't know if I can hold. If we keep going down, I don't know if I can hold this. To ignore what I'm seeing in the footprint and just hold is very tough. Dun, 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 dun. If anyone has a direct line to Donald, just tell him to release the news already. Put me out my misery here. How long has it been? They bought back at 249. It's now 315. So 24 minutes, something like that. 24 minutes since they bought, and they're still in the market. We haven't had a news candle yet. I mean, who knows when it will come out, right? If it will come out. This is the thing. Could come out in an hour. I don't know. Do I really want to hold it? Fuck it now. All right. Stick to the original plan. Stop overthinking this, Sammy. Come on. Stick to the original plan. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's not a big deal. I just hate what I'm seeing. This is the thing. But there is absorption. I mean, there's a shit ton of absorption happening. So that's a good thing, right? I mean, yes, that's stops. And then, we've got a lot of sellers coming in, but they're struggling to get it down, which is good. So that buyer is there, passively holding the line. They don't want their stops to get hit either. Just the only thing that worries me is why there's so many sellers in the market. Because if it is insider trading, it wouldn't just be one institution that knows. There'll be a few that will probably know this information. And considering how often it's happened recently, you would think they would be, people would have caught on and just like what I'm doing, and say, well, if something looks suspicious, best not to play around with it today, you know? Maybe the good thing is I'm seeing sellers as a collective kind of come in. It's not really one giant institution shorting constantly. It's more like a collective, like a group effort, right? You're seeing the sell numbers, they're kind of trickling in, they're jumping. They're not like being, massive orders being placed. It's just a trickle, right? From 190, 280, 3. I mean, that was a big order, to be fair. That was a big order. Just as I said that, literally a big order got placed. All right, so there is an institution of a big order, which is not good. Fuck me. Come on, Donald. Tweet. That buyer is still in the market, though, because that was one big order, right, from a seller, and the buyer held it. No news yet. We'll know when it comes out. It'll just be a giant boom. Surely it's time. I don't like that. I really don't like what I just saw there. Looks to me like sellers got run over around 70 to 80. They're hell-bent on getting back down there. They are hell-bent. You're absolutely right. This is why I like scalping. This is why I've never been a swing trader. I can't swing trade for the life of me. I can't hold through the minute per minute play and seeing things that look really bad and be like, oh, just hold it, just trust it. I don't like it. I like getting out the moment I see trouble. But again, this is all right. It's starting to look a bit better. I'm liking that they're adding more volume. This buyer is still in the market. So if they're adamant, so am I for now. That again was a lot of buying, but it's not suspicious buying, right? This isn't suspicious buying. This is buying that kind of makes sense again. Got to the bottom of like a little consolidation area. They're trying to buy it, trying to break it out from the top and take out like that candle makes sense to me. It's not suspicious in any way. All right. I feel like the news could come out. Could this be? Come on. Trump, where are you? Are you going to tweet? Trump. Come on. Oh, every part of me wants to just get the hell out of this market because of the amount of sellers, but it's fine. I'm going to keep holding it. I just don't like what... It's more my cash account. I'm a little bit... Fuck, I haven't even set a stop on my cash. Which candle is it? It is 49 on that candle there. Okay. And then I want to get below. All right. Stop is set on my cash. All right. Come on. Where's the news? Brian says, oh, I already read that. Smart trade, Paulo. Are we having news today besides the economic calendar? Paulo, the economic calendar's done, I believe. Yeah, this is pretty much all done. The only reason I think that we might have something come out, like unscheduled news, was because of this buyer here that decided to aggressively drop over 3,000 contracts in one go for no real obvious reason. So I'm betting that this person is insider trading and something might come out any moment and that's going to cause a huge move up. That is what I'm betting on. But I'm trying to be really trust that person is, because I don't like what I'm seeing. Like, truth be told, I wouldn't want to be in this position. I don't like what I'm actually seeing in the volume. I don't like all these sellers. This is very nasty right now to hold through, because I am overall short biased on this market. Come on, buy. If you don't come in here, I'm going to get out my cash because I don't like it. All right, they're still coming in. That buyer is still defending it. So they're serious. I mean, if they're still holding on, so should I, right? I just don't know if he's actually an insider trader or just a maniac. You know, it could just literally be a maniac who decided to buy really aggressively. That is possible. It's unlikely, but it is possible that he could just be that ballsy. You know, I don't know. I don't know who it is. But they're not letting themselves get stopped out either. Come on, Trump. Tweet. Tweet. Everyone's waiting for it. We're all waiting for your tweet, Trump. Just tweet saying that the Iran war's over. And boom. All right, let's see what else is being said in the chat. Let me get my mind off this for a second. Gap created below 80 on the daily profile. Let's have a look. Below 80. Yep, there is a gap right there. Well, that's quite nice. I like the fact that there's a gap. Oh, there's something happening. No, it's just normal volume. Nothing too crazy. Trevor, I usually get up and walk away from the computer, but you are streaming, so you can't do that. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't do that. But even then, I couldn't do it. I couldn't walk away and not look. I don't know. I've never learned to swing trade. It's just not my character. I have to monitor the situation, second by second. That is just in my character. So when I'm seeing stuff that I don't like, it genuinely, I'm very inexperienced at holding trades like that and trying to, override what I'm seeing and just trust the original, analysis. Very, very, I've never practiced it. I've never done it before. The only way I can hold is if I walk away, I think mostly because what I see on the tape is hard to ignore. Exactly, Brian. So hard. But the market always wants to trick you out, shake you out, then go. That is true. I am starting to like the fact that, that bias keeps defending, which is good. I just bloody hope he's not just a maniac and there is actual news coming. Because he could just be a maniac. Could just be someone really ballsy. I don't know. I don't know why, but my mind is very short biased. I can't seem to believe that the current political and economic environment is anything positive. Like, I fully agree with you, ZT Content. Fully agree with you. I am definitely more short biased as a whole. I'm just placing a bet because of one candle, which is, when you put it that way, sounds absolutely insane, right? One single candle I've put a bet on. But then again, I have to trade what I see, right? Exactly, ZT Content. Alexis, good to see you. Joining in late today. No problem, no problem. Nobody believes him. Trump is in deep sleep. Well, nothing's been said yet, and it's been a while now. It's been over 30 minutes. Then there's that FOMO part of me. If I just exit now, look, I'm a little bit in profit. Do I just get out and then what if it happens? Do you know what I mean? That FOMO in me now is like kicking in. So I don't almost want to exit because I feel it would be more painful if I exit now and it happens and we get this huge push up than if I got stopped out and I was wrong. Do you know what I mean? Because I've never really had to deal with these kind of emotions when you're a true scalper, you know, because you're in and out, you're kind of, you know, you're just basing it purely on an order flow. You're not, you know, you're trading what you're seeing second per second or minute per minute. So you never really had to deal with the emotions that you get from intraday trading or swing trading. You never really have to deal with them. Tatin or Tatin says, no FOMO, hold. I will keep holding. I will keep holding. I'm going to hold for everyone. Everyone watching, I will hold for you guys. This is good good experience here. Get into swing trading. I mean, it's hardly swing trading, but you know what I mean. Intraday trading. That's more like it. Because my average hold time, realistically speaking, is like 5 minutes maybe. So the fact that I'm in this market almost for an hour now in this trade is it's definitely unlike me. He could be hedging another position, no way of knowing. I really hope not. 3 trade of the day, 3 stops. Let's see now if we take off. It's a good sign, in my opinion, that we filled the 78 area and recovered. Yeah, definitely. What's happened? We've got a bit of a nothing yet. Yeah, it's definitely a very good sign what we saw down here, because that buyer is still in the market. They're not getting out. So as long as that buyer's not getting out, I too will not get out until the news happens, if it does happen. If it doesn't happen, I will have to get out at some point. I can't hold this forever, right? But I'll be interested to see what would happen at these highs. Are there any other significant highs nearby? I mean, not really. I mean, we just kind of got this weird sell-off, right? Just a very steep sell-off. So I'm just going to mark out any of the tips, basically, on the 15-minute, just in case we see anything interesting happen. So that one's already been... yeah, we're already through that one. So that one we can get rid of, actually. It's really only, you know, further up. So let's see. Let's keep looking at the order flow. That buyer is still in the market, which is good. I mean, I'm only up 400 on my cash. There's only one contract, so it's not a huge amount. I was also down like 400 when we were down here, so See the way it's dropping. I just don't like that volume. That sell volume is disgusting. Come on, keep buying up wherever you are, buyer. I don't want another rotation. I think I'll hold it on my cash if we get another rotation. I'll hold it on Ola Prime. I'm not too fussed on the Ola Prime account. It's more my cash account that I'm got a bit on nerves, even though it's only one contract still. I don't like seeing, being up 400 and then it goes back down to zero. That goes against everything how I trade. I should have bagged that 400 already normally, on the way I trade. The moment I see something I don't like it, take the money. I'm ready back down to 200. It's not good. It's not good at all. Come on, buyer. Don't trade different for chat. You're going to end up with bad habits. Yeah, I guess. I don't like this at all. This is just... Okay, something's happening here. Do you see how quick science moving? We might get something now. There was a little bit of craziness that sometimes happens right before news or something. You get this kind of really kind of super quick market. It slowed down again. Come on. I'm expecting something to come out. What was that? 331. So that was... No. It's not this. But something definitely happened here. Because it went lightning quick. Just up and down, really quick. It means a lot of volume exchanged hands right there. I didn't quite track exactly what happened with the numbers, but no, it's calmed down again. Normally you just see that happen, just before something's announced. A few seconds before, you see that kind of jitteriness come in. Oh, that's a lot of volume coming in again from the buy side. That buyer is still in the market. Instant failure, though. Holy moly. Are they going to prop it up? Are they going to keep it up? It looks like they will. Man, I need a cigar or something. I need to relax. Come on, boys. You can do this. Nothing yet has come out. I mean, all in all, even if this was a normal market as well, like a normal everyday market, I wouldn't really want to be in any trade right this second. I don't like how buyers and sellers are coming in. I just don't like this up and down, up and down, up and down. It's not a smooth market. I'm not really, again, I'm always seeing, potential opportunity for shorts and then potential opportunities for longs. It's very scalpy, very up and down. Just trying to keep my eye on these orders. Am I seeing any big buying occur again? Again, something keeps happening in that area. It flickers very quickly every time it gets there. Like it wants to do something. And it's just broke through. Very weird. Very weird. I'm losing hope that there is actually this news is going to come out. I mean, it's been almost an hour now, 50 minutes. We've been in, look at that, 404 error. Chart not found. But that buyer keeps coming back in. We've got a shit ton of sellers in this market. That buyer failed. I don't know. I really don't know at this point. Oh, 666. BlackRock's in back. BlackRock is back in the market. Oh, this looks so bad. Well, look at that volume distribution. That looks terrible. That looks so bad to hold. But I'll keep holding it. I will keep holding it. This buyer still hasn't come in. Are they going to defend here again? Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's a lot of spike in volume. There was definitely some buyers getting stopped out there. This is not looking nice at all, truth be told. Let's see if the buyer can take over again. The buyer comes back in. That buyer is still in the market. But there are a shit ton of sellers. News. Daniel says, what, has something come out? Oh, we will target US companies in the region as of April 1st in retaliation for attacks Iran state media. Okay, but nothing's happened. 334, where was that? Oh, that was up here. But that's a sell-off. Why did that buyer buy? It's the wrong way. Maybe that buyer got it wrong. Well, how would he know? That was the Iran state media, though. He wouldn't know that. It would be something from the US side. It wouldn't be something from Iran, wouldn't it? That was news to do with, that was literally came from Iran state media. He wouldn't have insider knowledge on that, would he? It would be something like US based. Like so it can't be, that can't be the news the guy was trading. It must be something else, right? Just logic will tell you that. So that was just unfortunate that Iran happened to happened to say that. This is becoming very hectic. Very hectic, but they're still in the market. Look at that, buyer is still defending. So that buyer is not giving up. They know something, that buyer. They are adamant. Holy moly. Unless it's like a bluff. Imagine it's like a bluff. It can't be now. No one's going to be doing stupid shit like that. Look at that buyer still in the market. They don't give a shit. They're fighting it. If that guy pukes, we're heading back to NY Open. 100%. If that buyer gets out the market, we're fucked. This is a sell-off like hell. That buyer's propping up everything. We have completely put our fate in this random person's hands who we have no idea who they are. But it's good that we still see them in the market. They're still in the market. But there's only so much they can keep this market up. I mean, eventually they're not invincible. No one's invincible. Enough pressure, they're out. Unless they really are insider trading. If they truly are insider trading, then okay, they'll keep holding it until whatever news comes out, but they're not going to want to be in drawdown either. And look, they're getting into serious drawdown now, these guys. Well, not serious drawdown, but they're probably in a bit of drawdown now. Not by a lot, but this is the first sign where they're probably going to start getting nervous. So I'm expecting big buying to happen to try and prop this market up, stop it from slipping. Because it's going to affect their it's not just about drawdown, but it's going to affect their profit, right? If we go down quite a bit and then the news comes out, it might just go back to the entry price, right? And they don't make any money. They need to ensure that the market stays afloat. So when it does come out, they actually make some profit, right? Maximize their profit. So this is very, very bad for them. They're probably slightly nervous here, but they're still not out the market. They are still in the market. Oh, this is bad. Look at this. I might get out of my cash. I don't feel good about my cash account right now. That is a lot of volume. And I think Ola Prime account's about to get stopped out as well. Oh, buyer, where are you? This is your last shot here. There's a lot of sell volume, man. A lot of sell volume. There's definitely some stops got hit, though. That 633 is definitely some stops. This is very, very dangerous right now. We're about to get stopped out. All right, so we're stopped out. I'm out on my cash as well. Fuck that. I ain't holding this any longer. I mean, they might know something. They might not. They might be completely, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't look like they're really in this. Look at this. I'm trying to see if they're still in the market or not. Really hard to tell. Where was that entry again? Let me draw a line by that entry. So, what candle was it? It was this one here. Okay, I'm going to draw a line below their candle. Yeah, they're going to be in some serious drawdown. And nothing has come out, so I don't know. I don't think they're... What's the word? I don't think... I don't know. I really don't know. This is definitely some stops getting here. They're still buying a little bit, but they're not buying very aggressively, which is leading me to believe... I think that buyer's still in the market. I think they are. Truth be told, I still think they're in the market. I don't think they've given up yet. Surely, though, they would have... I don't know. It's hard to read. I'm not going to trade it just yet until I see something crystal clear. But this is going to be, you know, for that buyer, this is not good. But I think they're out, truth be told. Maybe they got out at that massive spike. I don't know. But something is not quite adding up. All right, we've got a bit of, that was a big amount of sell volume. I'm just trying to see if that buyer is still in the market, but I can't. I can't really track them, annoyingly, because I'm not seeing massive spikes either. Like, I'm seeing big volume, but not huge amount. Nothing that's like, oh, you know, that's definitely them exiting. They're coming back in, but they're really, really struggling. They're trying. Whether it is the same buyer, though, I'm not seeing it in big chunks. This is the problem. 130. I'm trying to keep my eye on the orders. 100, 50, 2, 28, 30, 100, 25. Like, if I see big like 300 just pop up, then I know, all right, that's probably them, because we had that earlier. It's sellers. It's freaking sellers in the market. It's not even the buyer. Look at that. But that's a lot of sell volume at the bottom here. I don't know. We'll see. Nothing has actually come out. No. I think they're gone. I don't think they can hold it for much longer. I mean, surely they've got to be out the market at this point. Granted, we haven't really seen them, but they can't hold this much longer, can they? I mean, they've got to at some point. No, it's all just sell volume. It's all just sell volume. I think they're out. I think that buyer's well and truly out by now. They're not 13 points. I think they're gone. I think they are actually out the market. I don't think they got what they wanted. And this is okay. I'm gonna in my mind, I'm gonna say they're out. They have to be out at this point. I didn't really see them. It's hard to know. I mean, they could have got out, you know, partly here. They could have dropped out bit by bit, but there was that buying still coming in. So it was really, I think maybe around here they potentially exited. Here as well. Yes, there was a bit of buying again, but I think all in all, yeah, I think all in all they're probably out the market. I mean, this sell-off was definitely caused by this here. So maybe that caught them off guard, you know? Maybe something will come out in the future, but it caught them off guard, potentially. Who knows? Excuse me. hiccup. All right, if they're out the market, then we can start looking at potentially trading now. So we're at the point of control. See how it reacts at the point of control. See if we get anything at the point of control. All right, big chunk of buying happening. Nothing spectacular as of